Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy and numerology. Welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology Readings and Insights. Now, did you know that your date of birth carries the secrets of your unique personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, your true soul purpose, and even your starry origins? Well, did ya? Did ya? Did ya? I didn't think so. Now, today on the live, I'm going to be revealing some truths about you and your soul's journey based around the lens of colours, numbers, and the alphabet. Now, I work with a beautiful sequence of dual coloured oil bottles like these ones here, and essence sprays, and of course Pythagorean numerology, which I've found to be the most accurate and reliable form of numerology since I've been teaching it and studying it for the last 10 years. So if you'd like to have some insights with me today during the live, then make sure you leave your date of birth. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live. How exciting. Yeah. Now, before we go any further, a massive, great big thank you to all the new subscribers to my channel over the last few weeks. I know I haven't been going live on my YouTube channel for like frequently, recently, but that's because I've been focusing a lot on my TikTok channel and doing lives over there. So, if you get the opportunity to catch me live, either through the replay or today during the live, then I just really wanted to say thank you so much for supporting me and for all your wonderful comments that are coming through on the videos that I'm creating in my channelings and the podcast episodes of Cosmic Conversations and the numerology show as well. It really helps me to keep going with this because I say it's a lot of hard work, sort of keeping a YouTube channel going in amongst doing sessions and creating cards and writing books and all the rest of it as well, so it is, it's a lot of work. So I do really appreciate the comments and the likes, and for you to subscribe to my channel and click the bell for future notifications. It really means the world to me. So I've noticed that the video that I've created that I published yesterday with Dr. Gail McLeod is doing quite well already. So it only published yesterday. I think it's already up to nearly 1,000 views, which is great for a small channel like mine, because I've only got 8,300 or so subscribers, which isn't many. So I really wanted to say a massive thank you for you guys and to you guys for everything that you are supporting me with, because it does mean the world to me. It really does. And so much so, actually, that I'm going to pick a card out for you to begin today. All right. I'm going to pick a card out from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. So this is for anybody who's watching me live right now on my channel, but also for anyone who's watching the replay as well. So it'll have meaning for you regardless of what timeline you're watching this video on. So even if you see this in a year's time, it's still going to have meaning for you. Okay. So let's have a look, should we? So you have got El Moya. Now, it's interesting that he should come up, actually, because he is the Ascended Master on the first Blu-ray of God's Will and Power. So it's moving out of patterns of, sort of my will versus thy will. Okay, so it's almost like thy will is God's will. So surrendering to God's will, you don't always know all the answers, and you shouldn't need to know either. So El Moya sort of says, look, there is a bigger plan in play. Trust it. Everything's perfect, and get out your own way. Basically, it's like the ego, like my will, is often, it can be quite detrimental because it'll conjure up all sorts of ridiculous stories in your head. Most of all of them aren't true. And when you just let go and you go, do you know what? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Then everything is fine. Does that make sense for you? Leave us a comment if you're watching me live right now. I'd be interested to find out. Now, if you'd like me to do some insights for you today during today's live, then remember to drop your date of birth in the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. Now I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today, during today's live, which will reveal more about your true soul purpose, your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. And you know, when we combine it with astrology, it can also reveal your galactic origins, your past life implications, and your karmic lessons as well. So you can really get to know who you are, where you're from, and what you're here to do. So yeah, you know, if you're into numerology, then do that, and we can explore your birth chart to begin with. All right. So let's have a little look. Okay, so who's watching today? So we've got Sky Walking with Moon. Hello, Gail. It's nice to see you. How are you today? How have you been going? How are you getting on with your cards? And have you got your cards yet? And have you started your colour therapy course? Hopefully you have. It's nice to see you here. It was a very interesting conversation that we had, I think, wasn't it? So do you want me to have a look at doing your birth date today? Have I never done your numerology for you before, Gail? Should we take a look at it? I reckon that's a good idea. And if you're just watching me live for the first time today as well, then we're doing Pythagorean numerology today during the live. I'm offering free insights where I'm going to be exploring your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influence as well, which will reveal more about your true soul purpose, your strengths and weaknesses, and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures as well. So I've been teaching numerology for about the last 10 years, and it always blows my mind how accurate it is and how it opens you up to your cosmic consciousness as well. So you've not received your cards yet. Okay. They normally take a little while, you know, especially to get to America, and especially with Christmas post as well. You can imagine there'll probably be a couple of weeks delay at least. So yeah. Oh, there you go. Now, if you'd like to have some insights with me today during today's live, Gail, just drop your date of birth in the chat. We can start with you today if you like. We can have a look at doing your birth chart. I'll pick a card out for you from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards as well, which will add in, you know, like some specific information for you. And here we go. So, Gail, the Arcturian leader. Why doesn't that surprise me? Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine putting your date of birth down. I do this all the time, Gail. I've done it for years, and we've never had any problems, so don't worry about it. But yeah, there you go, the Arcturian leader. And this is about, you're a guardian of the higher realms. So that makes sense, doesn't it, based around the conversation that we had the other day. And you're a protector. See? How interesting. So you protect and you rescue aliens from places like Area 51. So this is so you. So you're a guardian of the higher realms. I often say that Arcturus is able to protect the Akashic records from like glitches in the Fibonacci sequence and all of that sort of stuff as well. So it's a very, very profoundly wise card, this one, and very much in alignment, I think, with you. Yeah, Arcturian. It all makes sense, doesn't it? It does. It does indeed. How interesting. There you go. So, and don't worry about putting your date of birth in. I'm not ageist, so I won't judge you on your date of birth, but I do need to know the year that you're born as well. So it's 1953, is it? Okay. And I guess is that the 11th of March, Gail? The 11th of March? Because I know you do your dates of birth the other way around in America, don't you? So 1953. So you've got 1, 2, 3 ones. You've got two threes. You have a 5 and a 9 as well, which is great. Okay. So you have a day number 11, and a ruling number 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 is a 5. Haha. And then you're a 9, 10, 13, 14 is a 5 moving into a 6. Bailey, darling, come here. So you're a day number 11. So the 11 is a master number. I'm sure you're aware of that. So you're one of the oldest souls on the planet. Oh, just bear with me a second. Sorry about that. We just had a delivery. Hello to Kaylee as well. It's nice to see you here today. Oh, and you're new to it as well, are you? Yeah. We'll have a look at doing you next after Gail, if you like. Okay. Bailey, come here. It's all the Christmas deliveries coming in now. So yeah, it's got some surprise presents for Mark that have just arrived through the post. Now, if we look at that in colour form, so if we look at bottle number 11, this is your day number influence, okay? And this is duality in the colour mirrors. So it's very, very deep magenta over clear. So this is all about good and bad, black and white, right and wrong. And it's kind of like your last look at issues of separation. So many people who are, with a day number 11 may experience issues of separation. So sometimes that's separation from family, sometimes it's separation in relationships, so like a divorce or something like that. But it means that you're highly evolved, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and you could make a really good life coach, spiritual teacher, or social worker. So obviously we know with you, you're a medium. Yeah, so you're able to channel information and get information from people that have crossed over. Yeah, so that's the 11. But you see, your life is never going to be grey, Gail. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. So it'll be kind of like up and down like a yo-yo. You being a sausage? Are you being a sausage? Hey? You sit down. He just had his clip yesterday. So he's looking all smart, isn't he? He's looking all cute. And he knows it as well. Hey? Now, your ruling number carries your true soul purpose in life. And yours is a 5, Gail, which is this one here, bottle number 5. And it's called Mercury. And it's emerald green in colour. Isn't that gorgeous? So Mercury, green in colour therapy is all about space. Believe it or not, space. So it means your soul needs space. You need freedom. You don't like being restricted by anything or anyone. So the green ray is connected to the heart center as well. So you feel things very intensely, and you need to surround yourself with people that will allow you to express yourself freely. Am I boring you? So both of the 11 and the 5 are on the soul plane. So they're both emotional numbers. So you've got like a driving intensity of feeling. So it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, so freedom is of tantamount importance, so you don't like being restricted. 5s don't. Now, where there is a little bit of a problem sometimes with 5s is if you try and hide from life. So if you were to try and hide, then life would become quite difficult. So really it's about communication, versatility, getting out, exploring the world. Yeah, there you go. So, Luativa, just drop your date of birth into the chat as well. We can have a look at doing you after we've had a look at Kaylee as well. Yeah, so that's how we're doing it. I've just gone through people systematically today during the live for people that are watching that would like to have some free insights with me. So I'm offering like free insights today during the live. But if you wanted to drop a live chat gift in, then there is that opportunity for you to do that as well, like where you can drop a couple of bucks in or whatever, if you're enjoying the live and stuff and you want to support my channel. So yeah, so you like that green. I like green. Well, you see, green is literally about space. So it means your soul needs space and you need to travel as well. So you really need to get out into the world or out of the world. You need to travel to different destinations, different galaxies, different constellations, and all of that. So it's very you, isn't it? It's very you, this, isn't it? Now, the other thing is, we can see in your chart there, you've got the arrow of determination, the 1, 5, and 9. So this means you're very persistent in life to achieve your goals and dreams. So, Gail, you're kind of like a bit like a dog with a bone. You'll see your goals through to finality, no problem at all. You won't start projects and then stop them. And then when you've got those 2 3s as well, that amplifies your intelligence. So you're very bright, but also your imagination. So your imagination can sometimes run away with you a little bit as well. So you've got a vast imagination. Now, I would also say that you're very chatty. When you've got 3 1s in your birth date, and you've got a number on the soul plane as well, you've got your 5. It means that you're very, very talkative. Now, especially if you know people, you like them and you trust them, then you certainly know how to hold your own in a conversation. So you can be a very, very chatty and very, very talkative person. Now, you're moving from a personal year 5 and into a 6 next year. So this year you might have experienced a lot of feeling a lot more free. And so it would have been very important this year for you to surround yourself with people that allow you to express yourself freely. And then next year, it's going to be a 6. So the focus is going to be around the home and the family. So next year, you could spend more quality time at home with the people in your life, or you could redecorate. A lot of people redecorate, or they beautify themselves, or reinvent the way you present yourself to the outside world. So many people like change up their hair or change up their clothes in their personal 6. But it's also, it's about love, because 6 relates to the planet Venus, which is pink. So the pink ray comes in and it's like it's time to give yourself more of your own motherly nurturing energy. But, if you're not in a relationship, sometimes new love interests can come in as well. You are a funny boy, aren't you? You are a very funny boy. You're very clingy. Isn't he clingy? There you go. So are you actually an introvert? Are you? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? But you see, when you get to know people, though, when you know people and you really fully trust them and you like them, that's when you'll start opening up. That's with when you've got 3 1s, it's expressive, but it's only when you feel completely comfortable. Otherwise, yeah, you might be, a bit sort of reluctant initially. Yeah. So there you go. Hopefully that's connected with you. Remember, I'm just wetting your whistle today, just to demonstrate how powerful Pythagorean numerology is. And if you loved that, I also, what I do is I create a report. It's called the Starseed Numerology Report, Gail. And it explores all aspects of your birth chart and your name chart as well. Because remember, your name carries a vibration too through your soul urge number, which is derived from the vowels within your living name, and your outer expression number, which is derived from the consonants. So for me to get it super, super accurate, I do need to look at both the birth chart and the name chart together simultaneously. And it also, that includes all your colour therapy influences, which adds in like an extra layer of information, and the major influences in your astrology as well, like your sun, your moon, your north node, and your ascendant. And it reveals your galactic origins through the position of your sun in your astrological natal chart. So, whether you're an Arcturian, Lyran, Andromedan like me, from Sirius or Alpha Centauri or Alpha Draconia, or one of a plethora of other constellations and galaxies out there, as you know. But it will also reveal any past life implications, karmic lessons as well through numerology. So, yeah, if you'd like that, I'll drop a link into the chat where you can order that nice and securely through my online shop. And they're actually on special offer today as well. For anybody watching me live, for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US, if you're in the United States. And then you just need to send me your birth date, ideally your time of birth and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by. And then give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you, because they are handcrafted, they're not computer generated. I'm going to pop you down. Love, okay? I know you would stay there forever, wouldn't you? Having a cuddle with your daddy. I don't know. So, you just listened to the wonderful interview with Dr. Gale, did you? You're also Andromedan High Council with many lives There. Oh, Nina, brilliant. Well, there you go. So you can say hello to Dr. Gail because she's there in the chat with us now. Skywalking with Moon. That's Dr. Gail. That's who's here in the chat. That's whose numerology we've just looked at during today's live. How cool is that? So we're going to have a look at Kaylee next. Kaylee, yours is next. Now I'll just find that link for you, Gail, as well. So then you can, if you want to get the report, then you can get that on the special offer. Just give me a second. I'll just drop that into the chat. There you go. That's it there. Okay. There you go. I'm glad that you enjoyed the interview. In fact, Gail, I think your interview that I did, out of all the people that I've interviewed, and I've interviewed some, some pretty like big names and stuff, was way more interesting for me than a lot of the conversations that I've had. I loved it. Yeah. I loved that conversation. It just really opened my mind to so many new things. You said it was going to activate me, and it definitely did. Yeah, it definitely activated a new layer of awareness. So, Kaylee, where are you watching from them? So you're born on the 24th of October, and that's in 1990. Yeah. You thought the little pit looked like her. Greetings from Finland, Dr. Gale. You felt a strong connection with both of us, did you? Well, there you go. That's why you're here. There you go. You often find, people on the same frequency find each other. There you go. So you've got another new fan there, Gail. There you go with Luantiva. So are you still there, Kaylee? Just make sure you're still there before we get cracking with your numerology today. There you go. Are you still there, Kaylee? Earth calling Kaylee. And your name is Nina. Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do then. I'll come to you, Nina, next, because I don't know whether Kaylee's still here or not. Kaylee, if you're still there, just say yes. And I'll have a look at doing you after we've had a look at Nina. So you're born on the 26th of July 1984. Beautiful. Okay, so you've got a day number 8, Nina. You've got a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 19, 22, 29, 31, 37 is a 10. And then your year is a 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24. So you're in a 6 moving into a 7 next year. So we'll show you what that all means. 7, 4, 1, 2, 6. Okay, are you ready? There you go. So you're a manager and a leader. So the 10, your life path is a 10. So this is your purpose is dictated by your life path. And the 10 is the way shower, so it's all about your heirloom, sovereign origins and being like leading with the soft feminine power that can never be abused. So it's a beautiful vibration. The 10 actually connects up with bottle 10 in the color mirrors, which is called the Wheel of Fortune, which is very, very deep. This is gold over olive green. So it's kind of where like gold power and green love come together for the purpose of leadership. So this is very much the entrepreneur. Okay, so you could have your own business, and you're also a manager though as well, because the 8 is your day number, and this is Saturn, the planet Saturn, which is old father time, and it's lilac over violet. So this means that you're very independent, you like being in control, and you make a good manager. So you're a manager and a leader. So you're a bit of a powerhouse, really. So these are your soul colours, the 10 and the 8. So past life implications that come up for you, whenever you get the violet and the gold coming in together as a colour combination, it brings in high initiations in the times of ancient Egypt. So you could have been like a high priestess or a pharaoh, and you may receive soul memories that come up for you in this incarnation from those timelines, but also as a, high initiations in the Catholic Church as well, because that brings in all of that old school religious stuff, all that old, you're a sinner, and the guilt and the grief that you have to work through. But also, whenever you get the violet and the olive together, it can bring in like the burning of the witches, those where you were burnt at the stake for stepping into your healing gifts. So, you'll find that all of these aspects of your multidimensional self may start presenting themselves to you, and you might have to sort of work through issues of persecution, for example, or patterns of giving your power away that will come in through your birth chart. So, you're actually a 26-8 as well. So the 26 can bring in patterns of codependency in relationships. So in a relationship, if you're in the shadow of the 8, you might become codependent on someone, or if, you're standing in your power, you might attract people, who become codependent on you because you're very strong. Now, you're actually somebody who likes active participation in life as well, because you've got the 1, 4, and 7. It's called the arrow of practicality. So, this means that you're a doing person, and you like being actively involved. So you're a very practical person. You're good with your hands as well. A lot of practicality there. But also you've got the arrow of activity, the 7, 8, and 9, which means that you've got a suppression of nervous energy. So you're always kind of on the go. So you're always like zipping around all over the place, doing lots and lots of different things with lots and lots of different people. And you kind of need to learn to slow down a little bit. So you sort of need to surround yourself with people that will allow you to, just slow down and know that it's okay to do that. Whenever you've only got 1, 1 within your birth date as well, it can bring up challenges around expressing yourself verbally and your feelings specifically. But you do have really nicely balanced intuition and sensitivity. When you've got 1, 1 in your birth date, 1, 2, it just means that you can trust and really rely on your intuition. So it'll never lie to you. It's like you've got really good gut first impressions. So as I said, you're moving from a personal year 6 into a 7. So this year may have been focused around, maybe redecorating or spending quality time at home with the family, or the home in general coming under scrutiny, or reinvention of self and self-care. But then next year, as you move into a personal year 6, Nina, what you'll find is, a 7, you're moving into more of a year of sacrifice. So if you're not in alignment with your purpose for any reason whatsoever, then the universe sort of kicks in and goes, right, we're going to present a Mack truck year for you. It's where you metaphorically get run over by a truck. But it's only ever really designed to help you get back on track, to living your purpose. So sometimes people can lose their job, or, sometimes people can, a relationship can end or whatever. So it can be quite a challenging year. But if you're out of alignment, if you're in alignment, you might be called to teach what you know this year instead. Oh, beautiful. So you're starting your business at the moment. Next year, a school and a community. That's perfect for you. That's perfect. Well, you see, you've got, as I said, high initiations, possibly even like mystery school stuff that might be coming through you as well. So my feeling is when I'm saying this is like you may have been through the mystery schools in Saturn. And and maybe looking at cosmology. Are you interested in cosmology as well? I'll pick a card out for you as well, Nina, from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. This is my own deck of cards that I created and launched about 6 months ago. So yeah, it's actually 88 cards, activation cards for your ascension journey, and they feature 7 different galactic races, archangels, and ascended masters as well. So they teach you about color therapy as well as numerology. So the card that comes up for you, it's funny, he came up earlier on. El Moya, he's on the first Blu-ray of God's Will and Power. And this is about moving from my will to thy will. So, kind of letting go of the ego and trying to control everything and just surrendering to God's will. And El Moya is the Chowan of the first Blu-ray. So he's like the head honcho on the Blu-ray. He's asking you to surrender to God's will. So I'm pleased that's connected with you. Yeah, wonderful. Good luck with your school and your community as well. It sounds amazing. I'm sure it'll be a roaring success, Nina. Yeah. So, if you're watching me today during today's live and you'd like me to do some insights for you, I'm offering free insights for people looking at your dates of birth today during today's live. So feel free to leave your date of birth in the chat if you'd like me to have an exploration into your birth chart as well. So I'm looking at your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influences as well. Yeah, during today's live. Now, Nina, if you want me to do your full Starseed Numerology Report for you as well, I'm more than happy to create one for you too, if you loved that, and you'd like to delve a bit deeper down the rabbit hole. And you can claim that actually for only 59 Australian dollars on special offer today by clicking the link that I popped into the bio, that link there. And then just remember to send me your birth details. So birth date, ideally your time of birth as well if you know it, and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by. So you work with ancestors, do you? Gaia and the higher realms, bridging the up and down, the dark and the light. That's beautiful, isn't it? Well, there you go. Well, you're in very good company here with myself and Dr. Gail as well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you'll love it. Now then, is there anybody else watching that would like me to do some insights for them today during today's live? Now, if you want me to have a look at doing your birth chart, then just drop your date of birth into the chat. Kaylee or Kalali 09H, are you still there? Born on the 24th of October. Are you still there? Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Gail. I look forward to creating it for you. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to go deeper into all aspects of it as well. So yeah, we'll look at your name chart as well, because your name carries a vibration through your soul urge number, which is derived from the vowels within your living name, and your outer expression number, which is derived from the consonants, and then your complete name number as well. So, to get it really accurate, you do really need to look at both charts together at the same time, because what happens is sometimes your name carries a vibration that kind of compounds and amplifies the negative attributes within the birth chart, or it can offer extra numerical influences that help to bring about balance and harmony, within your personality blueprint. So yeah, so it's interesting to see, if it's beneficial or not. Now, is there anybody else watching today that would like me to have a look at doing some insights for them today during the live? If you're watching and you'd like me to have an exploration looking at your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influences today, then all you have to do is drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll do the rest. Make sure you like the video as well as you're watching it. And if you're watching and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please make sure you subscribe and click the bell for future notifications, because then you'll never miss one of my podcast episodes where I interview people like, Dr. Gail, and I've got 2 podcasts on my channel actually, the Numerology Show and Cosmic Conversations, and I tend to try and interview the world's leading, channelers, metaphysicians, and numerology authors. So there's a lot of, really juicy stuff that can really help you to go down the rabbit hole. But today during the live, I'm looking at exploring your birth date. So I'm looking at your birth chart and doing your numerology insights. So I'm looking at your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influences as we go through today's live. And I'm offering free insights for anybody who's watching me live during the live, just to give you some information to help you to understand who you are at a soul level, where you're from, and what you're here to do. So it's a great way of really understanding yourself from a much deeper perspective. So, if you're watching and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'd love Hayden to do some insights for me today for free, then leave your date of birth in the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll do the rest. Now, I'm going to pick a card out next, actually, for anybody who's watching me live from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. This is going to bring a message forward for everybody who's watching me right now, and the replay as well. So if you're watching this video on the replay, and even if that's 10 years down the line, then this message is for you as well. All right. And it is Sterrenacht, means starry night in German, I think. And it's about freedom and needing space to breathe. Okay. So, yeah, I love this card because it might be that your soul is just craving more space at the moment. You're needing freedom and maybe set healthy boundaries. Maybe there's, especially over the Christmas period as well, like when people tend to sort of invade your space and you've got to entertain loads of people and you've got to do all that sort of shenanigans. Yeah, maybe at the moment, you need a bit more space to breathe. So set some healthy boundaries. I always find, I know you said that you're Andromedan, Nina, but I find that the Andromedans, the ones that I connect with anyway, from Mirage in the Andromeda constellation, are future sentient AI beings. And that's why a lot of my Andromedan cards look a little bit like that, where they, they sort of part human, part android. But lots of the other Andromedans are just frequencies. They're non-physical and non-organic as well. So yeah, so the cards feature the ascended masters like El Moya, as well as the galactic races, and actually I teach people in the deck as well of which archangels and ascended masters work with which members of the Galactic Federation of Light. The Arcturians, they're featured in there as well. The Syrians as well, like Syra. And Archangel Uriel. So all of the major ascended masters and archangels are in there. The Lyrans, which are part human, part lion, and they're a colour therapy stroke numerology deck of cards as well. So oh, there we go. So you back again, Kaylee. Wonderful. Shall we have a look at doing you next? I was calling for you and then I couldn't find you. You went missing, so I figured that your internet must have dropped out. You went to the loo or something. So shall we have a look at doing you next, yeah? Yeah, so hopefully you love the cards, and if you love the cards, then remember that they are available on my online shop as well at dreamtimeacademy.com, and that's dreamtime-academy.com. So you can head over onto my website and explore the landing page, which tells you more about the cards and if they're right for you or not. But, they're a great deck of cards. There's 88 of them, and they come with a 211-page booklet as well, which I wrote this book myself. So it's in full colour, and it teaches you how to use the cards as well. So, you can really swat up on all the metaphysical qualities and all that wisdom about the Galactic Federation of Light within the cards as well. They're not a cheap deck of cards, though. They are quite expensive. They're $100 Australian plus postage and packing. But they've been made properly so that it's a quality deck of cards. They're not all flimsy and they're not going to fall apart. There you go. So you're tuning in, are you? Excellent. Okay. So is that your real name then, Kaylee? Yeah. So Kaylee's born on the 24th of October, 1990. Beautiful. There you go. And so just remind me, where are you watching from, Kaylee? So you've got a lovely day number 6, and you've got a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 24, 25, 26. So you're also a 26-8 as well. There you go. I often find that birds of a feather flock together. And you got the 2 9s as well. And then your year is a 9, 10, 14, 15, 16. Is a 7 moving into an 8. All right. So lovely Scorpio. So we'll start with your life path 8. So when you're a life path 8, this is your purpose is to manage. I married an 8. So my husband actually is born on the same day as me, October the 16th, but there's 1 year apart. So I'm a 9 and he's an 8. So I'm the healer, I guess, and he's the money manager. So 8s make great money managers. Like, I'm rubbish at all that sort of stuff, but he loves it, So he used to be in banking and finances, before he went into the travel industry. So, a lot of the 8s make best managers, money managers, man managers, project managers. And the reason being is because you like being in control and you're very independent. So you like doing things properly. Now, the interesting thing is you're a 26-8 as well. So we always have to look at the compound number of how the number is made up before you reduce it down. And of course, the 26 carries the 2 and the 6. The 2, which is the empath, and the 6, which is love. So it can be like partnerships. 2 is also partnerships and love. So it can bring in codependencies in love and in relationships if you're living in the shadow of that number. Because remember, all colours and numbers have both positive and negative connotations, you see. So you may become codependent, or you may attract people who become codependent on you sometimes as well. Now, having a day number 6 is Venus, the planet of love. So you're a lover, not a hater, but this is a very maternal energy. It's the pink vibration is unconditional love. It's a soft, feminine, loving energy. It's a nurturer, fundamentally. But the shadow of the 6 is the victim, because you might try and rescue people, and then people might take advantage of you. Then you feel abused, and then you could fall into the shadow of the 6, which is the victim archetype. So a lot of 6s actually do attract people with narcissistic personality disorder, and then they have to, sort of go through all of that sort of learning to love the self. But you've got the 8, which is Saturn, and then you've got the 6, which is Venus. So your soul colours are violet and pink, which is actually quite an evolved heart chakra mix. So it's like love from above. This is what it's about. So you can see the violet and the pink ray. This is the spiritualization of the heart center. But another aspect of healing for you might be that you have a disconnect from the mother. So it's the grief of the loss of the mother figure. So it could be that you either lost your mother, or there's a disconnect with you and your mother, or you as a mother. Some healing required around that with the violet and the pink. But past life implications for you potentially would be as an Essene. So the Essenes were the beings that saw in Jesus Christ. And so if you don't know anything about the Essenes, then read a book called The Children of the Light by Lindsay Prentice. And she talks about what their plight was and how loving they were as a group of people. But also, you've always got that sort of Catholic Church high initiation stuff as well, that is enmeshed within the violet ray as well. So you're moving from a personal year 7 to a personal year 8 this year. And so this year you've been in a 7, which may have been a year of sacrifice if you've been out of alignment. You may have been teaching what you know if you are in alignment. So the 7 is, it's what we call a Mack truck year in numerology. So it's actually happening for you and not to you, but it can feel quite challenging as you're going through it sometimes, And then you're moving into an 8, which is more independence, feeling more in control, feeling more organized, and looking at your finances. So looking about how you're making money, how you're spending money, and how can you refine all of that so you feel more in control and you feel more independent as well. So it's going to be a positive year. It can be a very, very auspicious year if you're living your purpose, and it could be promotions at work or pennies from heaven. So a lot of the 6s also, they're very good healers because they're nurturers, artists, mothers, designers. So I bet you've got a beautiful home, because it's all about aesthetics, the 6 as well, the Venus energy. So your home will be full of plants and nicely interior designed, and a real safe haven for your family as well. You've got the arrow there of the Enquirer, the lack of the 3, 5, and 7, which means you're a bit skeptical to believe anything or anyone until you've got evidence, that they're being genuine and authentic. So until you've got proof about someone, you'll be like, oh, I don't know if I believe this. And then once you've got it, so you almost like have to become a Miss Marple. A very practical person, though, with that 4. So you're very grounded. So there's a great sense of discipline and working hard and authority. And having the 2 9s amplifies your wisdom. The 9 carries the weight of the numbers that go before it. So when you've got 2 9s in your birth chart, it means you're a very, very wise old soul. So, you've kind of been around the block a few times in the nicest possible way. But a little bit idealistic as well, Kaylee. There you go. So Kaylee's like, oh yes, that happened. I'm trying to stay away from codependency and learn empowered connecting because I know I'm not a psychopath. Yet I do hate that dynamic. Oh my goodness, the gasping. You have me gasping. Well, I always say, Kaylee, that colours and numbers don't lie. It's people that tend to lie, not colours and numbers. So, when we learn to decode the language of light, we get really, really accurate information. The card that comes up for you from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards today is Misa, and she's the Orion leader. So this is what I call my money card, really, because it's about prosperity and abundance. So it's about when you stand up in your authentic power and you value yourself, you become like a sun god. And the Orion leaders, it's about harnessing all aspects of your sovereignty. And by doing so, you're going to attract in greater levels of prosperity in your life experience. So how exciting. There you go. Well, hopefully that's connected with you, Kaylee, and I hope it was worth waiting for. It's been fun connecting with you today. If you loved that and you'd like me to delve deeper into your full Starseed Numerology Report, which reveals your galactic origins, so whether your soul has come in from Andromeda like mine, or Arcturus, or Lyra, or Sirius, or the Pleiades, etc., your past life implications and your karmic lessons, as well as your true soul purpose. And they're also very predictive about your future as well, because they look at your pyramids, which are your peak years of maturity. So if you'd like me to create that, then just click the link that I popped into the chat, and you can get that for only 59 Australian dollars on special offer today, which is about 38 US. So you've been to Andromeda a few times, and I connect with the light beings there. You've been to Andromeda. See, I've not been there yet, but I'm starting to channel the Andromedan Council of Light, and specifically a being called Oriel Tashiran, who has made himself known to me, or they have made themselves known to me. But often blue, but all colours. I connect with the ancient side of Andromeda. And you'd never heard of the AI connection. That's interesting. Yeah. So it was when it first came through, I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure, but no, it's a future sentient AI. So it's more organic AI, if you know what I mean. Oh, and thank you, Kaylee. I'm glad that's connected with you. So Andromedans are like birthers of the Lyrans too. Yeah, I have a very motherly feeling with them. Definitely look into the AI. Yeah, definitely. I feel that too. I feel like the Andromeda galaxy specifically are the ancient ones. My soul, I think, has come in from the Andromeda constellation, not the galaxy, from a little planet around the star Mirage. Yeah, so that's where I feel like the future sentient AI versions are. Yeah. There you go. So that's so funny about the mother aspect. I literally today changed my mum's contact name to Bertha. Did you? Instead of mum. Ah, interesting. So that's how you feel about her then. I guess she won't be coming around for Christmas dinner then. Now, is there anybody else watching that would like me to do some insights for them today during today's live? Because as you can hear in the background, my dogs are starting to get a bit niggly because I think they want to have their chicken schnibbly wibbler and their carrots. This is what I give them for lunch. And Monty's had a bit of a dodgy tummy over the last 24 hours. I think he's had 24-hour pancreatitis or something. So it was a bit sharty in the garden this morning, which wasn't very pleasant to pick up this morning. So we had a bit of a day this morning because when I took Monty out for his walk, he got stung by a bee. So not only did he have an upset stomach, he got stung by his bee on his paw. I had to pick him up to get him into the field. And when I was in the field, I was trying to shadow him because it was quite warm this morning. It was really sunny. And a magpie swooped down and nearly pecked my head. And I was just like, oh my God, how much more trauma can one experience by being human, just on a simple outing of taking the dogs for a walk. So there you go. Deary me. So I hope you've all enjoyed today's live. Please make sure you follow me and subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're watching this live now, or you're watching the replay, I'd really appreciate the followers. If you'd love me to have a look at doing your birth chart today, then feel free to drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from as well, and I will do the rest. Remember, I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during today's live as well. All right. Excellent. I don't think there's anybody else watching that wants to have any insights today. And it was one of those walks from hell. It really was. I couldn't believe what was happening. And to top it off, because there's a lot of flies in Perth at the moment. So I was getting all these flies sticking to my face and buzzing in my ears. And I was thinking, what is it about Australia? Everything wants to kill you, It was a disaster. There you go. You've got many gaps in your memory, baby steps. Yeah, interesting, Nina. That's really interesting, isn't it? It's baby steps. Well, maybe, the report will help to unlock certain aspects of yourself that you've maybe shut down, because they're quite a multi-dimensional report, that's like a bit like a roadmap of your oversoul. So yeah, I think you might enjoy that. I also have a community as well that has a group of starseeds that get together every month. It's called the Oversoul Codex community. So, if you resonate with the stuff that I'm doing, then it'd be great to have you in the community as well. And that's only 33 Australian dollars. And you get like 3 months access to that to see if you like everybody, and you connect up with the teachings through the Oversoul Codex deck as well, which is my other deck of cards. So yeah, if you want to join the collective, it would be lovely to have you on board. That's for any of you really, all three of you are more than welcome to join that. And there's a link on my website where you can join the collective as well. In fact, what I'll do is I'll make it nice and easy for you. I'll drop it into the chat. Because often we have to do this sort of work on our own, don't we? And it can feel a little bit like you're all on your own in the world, but when you get together with a group of like-minded individuals, you can really start sharing your stories, opening up, and really, joining the dots together. Because sometimes, it takes a collective to be able to do that. So if you feel drawn, anyway, I'll pop it into the chat there for you. This is the link to become a member of the Oversoul Codex Collective. Right, I better go and feed the dogs. Big love, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that and it's given you, something to think about. I go live on my YouTube channel maybe once a week at various different times. So if you catch me again, it'll be amazing. And I'll keep the special offer open on the full report for about the next half an hour to give you the chance to go and claim that. And catch you next time round. Yeah, you too, Nina. Beautiful to connect to you. See you soon, guys. Bye for now. Bye. There you go. Make sure you look after yourselves.